We'll also discuss XRP ETF approvals. You'll be so tired of hearing about them that you'll wish they would stop now, but they won't. I'm kidding, though, because they're going to be overloaded with them. After that, we'll dive into Ripple's current strategy because they're doing it so brilliantly. As the blueprint informed us 5 years ago, they are now simply crossing off countries that have adopted the XRP ledger. So without further ado, sit back, unwind, and let's dive into a Bitcoin $98,719 in the last day. It has increased by 1.57%. Ethereum's price of $2,795 right now, it's up 2%. Both stablecoins, USDT and USDC, are trading at $1, while XRP is down 1% at $2.65. Here, the total value of all cryptocurrencies has increased slightly, not terrible, huh? People, $3.24 trillion now. What do we want to find? Bitcoin is fairly easy to understand. Above 108K, we're hoping for a breakout. The first halt for this will be anywhere between $1.15 and $1.25 if we get the breakout. Ethereum remains at $2,700. We want this thing to get back above $3,500, and XRP's statistics haven't altered. The crucial region to break out from is $2.82, which would give us an immediate boost to $3. The question is, though, will we reach that point or will there be some more decline, and how much lower can we go? I've got you covered. Dr. Profit announced that the gold market capitalization has surpassed $20 trillion. In the meantime, the value of Bitcoin is $1.9 trillion. Make your own calculations, he says, because we know this will happen eventually. The market capitalization of Bitcoin will match that of gold. Bitcoin will cost more than $1 million per if its market capitalization equals that of gold. This cycle, that will not occur. Obviously, but this is how Bitcoin appears to develop in the future. As a result, it's common knowledge that everyone ought to possess at least one Bitcoin. Why? You will profit tenfold if you currently own one Bitcoin and it reaches $1 million, whether it's 10 years from now or the following cycle in 2030. This hedge is still excellent, and it's a great play right now. What you do is okay, it's up to you. Personally, I'm not buying Bitcoin. Right now, I'm not interested in buying Bitcoin, since I do think that Bitcoin's maximum potential in this bull market is 3 times. I suppose it will be about a 2x, so I'm actually on the lower end of that spectrum. Numerous other chances exist in the cryptocurrency space, where, in my opinion, we will rise well above a 2x. It is not wise to invest in Bitcoin at this time. Perhaps what I will do is wait till the bull run is finished and we begin to see corrections, but we are unsure of how severe they will be. I'll stock up since everything will rely on how much institutional money enters the market. I'll take a few Bitcoins and either keep them in a wallet for the next 5, 10, 15, or even a generation. However, right now, Bitcoin isn't my thing. You may have been hoarding Bitcoin, or it might be a ploy for you. However, 20 trillion will be reached, which will make Bitcoin worth $1 million. We're going to take advantage of the Portuguese blockchain opportunity, says Casey Cronak, managing director at Ripple. She's going to Ripple and PwC this week. If you don't know, PwC is a huge corporation. I used to work for them when I first graduated from college, and I hosted an event in Lisbon where we explored how blockchain technology and digital assets could transform Portuguese financial services. But the journey is only getting started. Portugal is a great area to create and try new things because of its small size, agility, and active crypto ecosystem. I like how that sounds, and now you saw what happened in Brazil, which is pretty interesting because when we look at the picture of XRP and all of the various connections, most of you probably remember it. If you haven't seen it yet, this is something we have seen for many years. It talks about XRP sitting in front of all of the major currencies and acting as a bridge for them, whether that's the stablecoin aspect of it, as we just saw in Brazil, or whether or not we see it being used as a reserve asset or we see it being used for cross-border payments. However, Mr. Man put this out. We finally have Brazil's stablecoin. The USD is already connected to Japan, RL, JPY, and other currencies. In the UK, the Great British Pound, we are aware of Mexico's CNY, in China, the Euro, and the letter Stuart Alderete sent to the country's central bankers approximately 6 years ago. We are aware that they tried XRP to transfer USD into Mexico without requiring sterilized and clean accounts, so what we're looking for here is what we like to term the circle of life. What will be the actions of Switzerland and Mexico, respectively? After this is finished, all of these currencies, the most important ones from around the globe, will be connected to XRP and the XRP ledger in some way. Stablecoins or digital currencies issued by central banks are what I predict will be used. The SEC is formally examining grayscales at the end of each day, whether they are going to be built out or use XRP directly to bridge or settle transactions. Remember that the clock is ticking once the SEC formally declares that they will be reviewing applications for the XRP ETF until October 18th. They have 240 days to decide on the ETF applications. They can make a decision from day 1 until day 240, but only if they reach the 240th day. No, that does not imply that they must wait 240 days. The decision of whether or not to approve it must be made. For many years, Bitcoin was rejected, but now that we have Ethereum and Bitcoin ETFs, I think this process will go much more smoothly for XRP. As a bettor, I'm placing my money on Q2 when these ETFs begin to take off. Let's now examine the XRP chart. Let's examine the warning that I want everyone to be aware of and the direction that the price of XRP is taking. We've already discussed the breakout, and 2 days ago, we had an incredible daily close on Wednesday. We had to break above 270, and we closed at 273. The next important resistance level on XRP that we want to reach is located right here at the top. This is roughly $2.82. Once $2.82 is broken, we can go up to $3, but as I previously stated, we won't stay in the $3 range for very long. We will have an immediate surge to $4 to $5 and possibly higher. However, $4 to $5 is a safe range to aim for. As we can see, XRP is presently trading between the $2.64 and $2.64 zones. We've been cutting in here for a while, and this one was about $2.74 on top of where we sit today. The ultimate breakdown, however, is what I am examining here. Yes, I am aware of one last breakdown, but I want everyone to know that if $2.82 doesn't break out, it won't be tried, and it won't break through on the first try. There will be a pushback to this densely populated, yellow-lined area at about $2.30. We are discussing the possibility of seeing this breakdown from the $2.60 level in the next 1 to 2 weeks, but we are not discussing the necessity of waiting months for this. All the way down to the $2.30 range, and may even drop as low as $2.20. Those dips and opportunities won't last long, and I don't want anyone to get anxious because they think it's over. People are beginning to believe that the bull run ended in December, but that isn't true. This is a long-term bull run that will continue beyond 2025. It is distinct from the bull run with institutional money and the incoming president of cryptocurrency. Thus, this dip, consider it another chance to purchase lower and perhaps perform some DCA. We ranged in this $2.30 zone and we chopped in between for about 2 weeks, so be ready, but be warned, do not get all worked up when you start to see red days in cryptocurrency. If your average buy price of XRP is above $2.20 or $2.30, you have the chance to drop it. Or you have the chance if you just want to accumulate a little more, maybe in a side bag, but this move is coming. The only way this gets invalidated is if $2.82 gets broken, which I expect to happen within the next 1 to 2 weeks. I continue to anticipate that it will rise to the $4 to $5 range and to the first quarter of the second quarter.